It's not that bad. I think what mainly just scares me is how quickly that motivation turns over and how quickly it can all fall apart.
Beatrice Caruso falls off track, and some advice on motivation versus dedication.
You gotta be so good that they can't ignore you, especially the ones that ain't done shit for you. Yeah, you know exactly what I mean. They stab you in the back and then they ask why you're bleeding. I don't trust words, I trust actions. I don't care what you heard, I'm not slacking.
My name is Alan Roberts. This is Every Damn Day Fitness. Thank you for tuning in. Please do share this video no matter what video platform you find it on. I appreciate it very much. After you're done with that, head over to damncollective.com. That's where you can find all of our freestanding programs. You can also find our services such as Damn Serenity Athletics, which is where we have freestanding yoga classes, HIIT training, core classes, suspension system training, but also live classes every week of yoga, core, circuit training, those sorts of things. That is where you can also find Damn Collective Coaching. That's where my wife, myself, and or our team are in daily communications with individuals via our app. We have weekly video conference calls with them. We help shift a person's lifestyle bit by bit by bit to a healthier version so they can have the accountability skills and the habits needed to reach and stay at a healthier weight for the rest of their life. So please do check that out. So a few weeks ago, I made a video about Beatrice Caruso's channel for my weight loss review series. I broke down some of her initial methods and what I thought would be good and bad and blah, blah, blah. And I find her channel wildly entertaining. And yesterday I was sent this video that she has apparently fallen off track. She's trying to lose 100 pounds. And I thought I would break down just parts of this video to help people, help her, and help her people in her audience or people in this audience that may be having the same difficulties as her. I thought I'd give some advice on those sorts of things and some critique. But I really do want, when everybody's done here, please do go over and watch her video. I'm gonna link it, of course, everywhere. But please do go over and watch this video. I'm amazed by this young woman's capacity to put herself out there for a YouTube audience. I really, really am. She's a rather new YouTuber and young person, but she is able to put herself out there emotionally to her audience. That's in a way that I think is pretty rare. And I really do encourage everybody to go over and subscribe to her channel and give her all the support you possibly can. I really think that it is important that we start doing these things because in today's world, there's nothing more important than getting healthy. Absolutely nothing. So her video starts off.
I just wanted to come on here and kind of like update you guys because I have not been doing that well at all. Just to give you some like backstory, the last time you guys saw me work out in a video was the last time I worked out. I think that was last Wednesday, so it's been over a week now.
So real quick on that, for Beatrice, her fans, anybody that's starting a YouTube channel based around weight loss or a channel at all, or just on their own weight loss journey, keep some shit to you. Like, I understand for weight loss channels especially, it is hard because it is normally just all about the person and their journey, but your journey is specific to you. You need to keep some shit just for you. Working out would be one of those things if you ask me. I really, working out to me, I don't show any of my workouts normally at all anymore just because after I got over wanting to lift heavy shit, it's just about my health, my fitness, and like how I feel. So that's my time to mentally reflect and to push myself and to just like talk to myself and scream and fucking swear. I'm sure you guys fucking can imagine what it fucking sounds like in my garage gym. But keep that shit to you. It can be like a problem in two ways. One, if you're a YouTuber and you are on a weight loss journey and you get really motivated you'll film your workout, well, that means you need to film every workout to try to keep that motivation. Or it can be demotivating because you had to actually fucking film it and then you get demotivated by it because you've kind of committed to filming your workouts. I highly suggest you don't film full workouts and shit like that if you're a weight loss channel, just because that time is your time. That time is for you. Motivation is a motherfucker. We're gonna get to this in a second because you need to be dedicated to getting there every day and doing shit. Motivation is very fleeting.
So I mentioned in the video that my feet were going numb when I was running. I think what had happened was every time I took a step down, I was landing wrong and not really realizing that I was landing wrong. And I was just messing my ankle up. I didn't realize it till the next day though. After I had slept, I went to get up, my ankle was just wrecked.
Some advice to everybody out there. If you're a morbidly obese person, running may not be your thing just yet. You are possibly too heavy to be pounding on your load-bearing joints that way, even with good shoes, even on a track, especially because you don't have the proper motor pathways built up. If you have not ever been a runner before and then all of a sudden you decide to start running, which she has done, she decided she's gonna run a 5K, and my hat off to her for the motivation to do so, to try to run a 5K. I would say that you should slow the intensity down a little bit, maybe do some walking much more until you lose some more weight. Because if you are having pain in your load-bearing joints, yes, it could be from you stepping wrong, but it could also be that you are just too heavy at this stage. And that is not meant to insult anybody. That is meant to fucking help. Very fucking clearly. If you are a morbidly obese person, pounding up and down on your knees and your ankles and your lower back is going to take a toll. If you have 100 pounds more on your frame than what your frame wants it to be, that shit is going to take a toll. So my suggestion to Beatrice, anybody, is start slow. The best workout, the best exercise you can do is one that you can do consistently, one you can be dedicated to do, one that you can do every day or multiple times in a week, or one that you like doing. Running, especially when it causes you pain, that's going to be very demotivating. And again, I will point out, no matter what, an injury for a morbidly obese person that may possibly make them more sedentary is a very fucking dangerous thing. That's why you should treat yourself very, very carefully. You should, if you are a morbidly obese person, you're starting activity, make sure it is extremely safe activity. And if you feel joint pain of any kind, contact your doctor and stop that activity. It's very clear. And this is, again, not meant to shit on in any way her goal of running a 5K. I hope she can achieve that and everything like that. I just don't suggest that the average morbidly obese person all of a sudden pick up and start running for a 5K. I suggest you lose weight first and then have that be a long-term goal.
I could have stayed on track as far as like eating well, but for whatever reason, immediately just off track, just not about it. Every little single habit that I built up, I just completely forgot about.
Falling out of the habit of something can happen rather quickly. However, it does not sound like these habits were fully formed to begin with. I do know that she did some adjustments in her methodology from the video I did throughout the course. I know she made some adjustments, which is absolutely great, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the time allotted for her personally to need to build up that habit was necessary. It sounds to me like she took a little bit of an injury, it demotivated her, it upset her, possibly depressed her, and then it caused her to just say fuck it to things that weren't necessarily habits just yet, but she was used to doing.
So like immediately I stopped intermittent fasting, I stopped counting calories, I stopped caring about the quality of food that I put into my body, I stopped drinking water.
This also happens fairly often when a morbidly obese person is trying to get healthy, when they're trying to reduce their weight, because for a morbidly obese person, that's what getting healthy is reducing their weight. But if they sustain an injury, it normally is very depressing. It normally causes them to fall off from everything because they're like, fuck it, I tried, you know? It's very, 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 very common for when a morbidly obese person sustains an injury that's going to cause them to be more sedentary, that they fall off of everything else, because for some reason our society has so linked the actual activity to being the thing that's going to help them lose weight versus the actual things that they're putting in their fucking mouth. And that's actually a huge problem. See, the thing is, all of a sudden we were like, well, I can't work out, so now I can't lose weight. That's not fucking true at all. You can lose weight without serious physical activity. We highly suggest that people get at least 30 or 40 minutes of activity in a day just for good cardiovascular health. And, some weight training is great for, strong posterior chain to keep you, out of the nursing home and that sort of thing. However, activity should not be the determining factor of whether you lose weight or not. You should set yourself up that your body should be at a healthy weight with the food you're eating with minimal activity. And then you can always increase the food a little bit if you actually get more active. But to set yourself up to constantly have to run 5 miles a day or 5K a day or 5K however many times a week and to work out 20 times a week, you should be able to set yourself up that if you had no activity at all besides 30 or 40 minutes a day, you could be and stay at a healthier homeostasis weight. That's how you should set up your lifestyle. That's how you should set up your nutrition. That's how you should set up your rest, your hydration, your recovery, that sort of things. Because activity is very, very, very fleeting sometimes. If you get sick, if you have a cold, if you catch an injury, if life gets busy, if your life circumstances change, activity can fall off, but your eating habits should remain.
And I don't know why, because it's not like I just decided, oh, I don't want to lose weight anymore, because I very much still do want to.
Another reason why this may have happened to her and other people that are in her situation is that she has lost a decent percentage of the amount of weight she wanted to lose. She's lost about 30 pounds with 100 pounds. And sometimes people's minds trick them into thinking, well, if I've done that, I'm fucking good to go. It's easy sailing from here, and it's absolutely fucking nuts. She also set herself up to have a rather little complicated system for just starting out on a weight loss journey. I'm going to intermittent fast, I'm counting macros, blah, blah, blah. There's no on and off. She's not on counting calories. It doesn't matter if you put them into a calorie counter, your body still knows what fucking calories and macros you fucking took in. The counter is just a fucking guesstimate of that anyway. The intermittent fasting thing, it does not matter if you eat 4,000 calories between a 6-hour window or 4,000 calories all fucking day, that's still 4,000 fucking calories. The idea behind intermittent fasting is that you're able to restrict some calories a little bit and still feel satiated throughout the course of the day. That's literally why I do intermittent fasting. That's why I love having one big meal a day, and then I have a smaller meal. That's literally why I do it. But there's no magic to it. If I still ate, way too many calories from my intermittent fasting window, I'm still gonna gain fucking weight. That's just literally how that fucking shit works. The issue is not focusing on a lifestyle change. All these little tools and everything like that, they're great because they're possibly teaching her about food, and they're possibly teaching her about her body and teaching her about cravings and all sorts of shit. However, the lifestyle is what's important. You can't get on and off a lifestyle. It's just the life you fucking lead. You need to structure a lifestyle that is conducive to a happy, healthy, fucking long life. If you are eating too many calories and getting too much weight, that's not going to be the fucking case. So what you do is form a lifestyle that you can look at yourself in the fucking mirror and say, did I overeat today? And if you can say no, okay. Did I undereat? You can say no, okay. That's fucking great. And then if you still haven't, don't proceed to lose weight, you can adjust your activity a little bit, or you can adjust your calories a little bit, or you can adjust what you eat a little bit. You can maybe replace out anything you're drinking as calories. There's so many things you can do. But to think you're on and off, that sets this fucking switch that shouldn't be fucking set. You see, because then it's easy just to be off. Well, I'm off for the day. I'm gonna eat whatever the fuck I want. Your body doesn't know if you're fucking off or not. Your body still knows those fucking calories are coming in. Well, I'm off this week from my diet. So, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, people don't even, I've never understood what that even fucking means.
Motivation is weird, and I was like in a really good place as far as that. So it's odd that, it just left so quickly, and honestly, it's very scary.
And that happens to every person that tries to lose weight at least once or twice or 10 times ever. Like, people are like super motivated to get shit done. I'm super motivated. I'm gonna prep my food. I'm gonna do this. I'm only gonna eat broccoli and chicken, and I'm gonna get lean, and I'm gonna lose a ton of fucking weight. No, okay? That motivation doesn't do shit. Motivation is a fucking pussy ass bitch that will leave you high and fucking dry any chance that motherfucker gets. Motivation is a fucking bastard that will leave you when you need it the fucking most. Period. That's just the fucking truth. And unfortunately, people depend upon motivation too much. You need to be fucking dedicated. It needs to be a lifestyle. You need to say, this is how I'm going to live my life. If you set for yourself in place something that you cannot possibly think about doing for the rest of your fucking life, change that shit. You need to change that shit. If you look at it and you're like, I've got your whole plan laid out and it's got all sorts of activity and every gram of food you're gonna eat, and you don't look at it as if you could possibly do it for the rest of your life, that is not a true lifestyle change. That is not actually gonna fucking help you, because if it is not something you plan on doing forever and you think you could do forever, it is a temporary thing. If you don't set up the tools you need to not go back to your old ways, you're just going to go back to your old ways.
It's so discouraging. I mean, I can't even really begin to tell you how frustrated I am. I'm sure some of you know. It's just the way it is. So I gained weight this week.
Oh, the fucking scale. Please, 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 please. To anybody listening out there, don't step on the scale after a bad day or a bad week. If you overindulge for days on end, don't step onto the fucking scale. You probably got a couple pounds more of fucking food mass in your system than what you had before. You probably got tons more sodium, because 9 times out of 10 when people fall off, they end up eating shit food that's full of sodium, and she doesn't even say that in this video, full of sodium and other things, so you're gonna retain a bunch of water, especially for women, because you have more adipose tissue than men, and the hormones that a female has versus a male can make it so they retain water more. Don't step on the fucking scale. The number on the fucking scale is just a fucking indication of what you've been doing. If you know you've been eating like shit, you know that number's gonna go up. Many of our clients do not even step on the fucking scale. We'll literally have their significant other email us the number so we can fucking have the data. But for the person, especially if you binge, don't fucking step on the scale the next day. If you overeat for days on end, don't step on this fucking scale. Give it a fucking week so all that shit gets out of your fucking system. And then if you weigh yourself and you still weigh a little bit more, you can know that the damage was probably a little bit more, but that number, that real high fucking number, does not do anybody any fucking good.
And this is the first time since starting this journey that I've gained weight. I stepped on the scale and I weighed 220.2 pounds, I believe. I don't know. I have to go back on the footage and look. Last time I weighed in, I was 218.4, so that means I gained about 2.2 pounds, which...
To Beatrice and anybody else out there, you do not need the confirmation that you ate like shit. You know you ate like shit. If you were inactive, you know you were inactive. You do not need the confirmation from the scale. You do not need that negative number. You already feel bad. She obviously clearly is upset about this. She already feels bad, so there is no need to throw more wood onto that fucking fire. Do not step on the scale. Put yourself back into a healthy lifestyle and then weigh yourself fucking later. Worry about the actual actions that will cause you to be healthy versus the result you're looking for. The result you're looking for on that scale can be manipulated in dozens of fucking ways. The actual healthy lifestyle that you are trying to lead cannot be.
Super high in sodium, processed foods. We're not to a point where this can't be quickly fixed. I set myself back, but it's not to the point of no return. And truly, there really is no point of no return. Even if I had gained back 30 plus more pounds, obviously that would be really hard to do in a week, but even if I had gained back 30 plus pounds, there's still an option to change. Like, you're never too far gone.
And that type of message is another reason you should go follow this young lady's channel and follow her fucking journey. And give her as much encouragement as humanly fucking possible. Setbacks, especially when a person is first starting to try to get healthy, especially coming from morbidly obese, happen. They absolutely fucking happen. The biggest obstacle is not letting it fucking defeat you. That's why motivation is a fucking bitch. Fuck motivation. Be dedicated to it. Be dedicated to you. Be dedicated to your future life. Be dedicated to your future physical and mental health. And this is where I'm going to stop breaking down the rest of her video, because she does go into some of things about her mental health and her mental well-being. And I applaud her again for being able to put herself out there so much. Losing weight from a morbidly obese state, and I've said this many, many times, if a person is morbidly obese, there is almost no chance they don't have some sort of disordered relationship with food and could possibly deal with some counseling. And just for those of you that may need it, we do refer people to Dr. Kelly Bushy. She is a PhD psychologist who does do work with eating disorders. She is also licensed to counsel people virtually. That she's one of the very few counselors in the country that are actually licensed to counsel people through either the internet or via telephone. So please do check that out. She has a very good rate. Let her know we sent you. She cuts the rate even more. But to wrap all this up, this very self-exposing, very self-actualized video does highlight many things that I thought were very important to talk to people about when they're trying to lose weight from a morbidly obese state. First and foremost, motivation's a bitch. Be dedicated. Secondly, don't make things too fucking complicated. Third, the scale is not your fucking master. The scale is not your fucking master. Don't be a slave to that shit. Work the fucking lifestyle, worry about the fucking scale second. And lastly, and I really mean this, in today's world especially, I think everybody could possibly use some fucking counseling. There is no problem with getting some mental health help. None. The stigma around that shit needs to go the fuck away. If it still fucking remains after this fucking year, I would certainly hope the fuck not. But my hat off to her for discussing these very, very, very delicate topics, admitting where she fell down. That takes a true fucking brave person on YouTube. It really fucking does. So my hat off to her again, and I wish her nothing but the best. I hope this helps some of you. My name's Alan Roberts. You can hit me up on Instagram at Alan Roberts ADF. You can hit me up on Twitter to be fit. I'm also on Facebook at Everyday Fitness, on the internet at damncollective.com. Good luck, Beatrice. Goddamn.